So it's been a while since I last uploaded, but I was just going to upload a quick one. I'm out here in the liquid sunshine at the moment, and I'm going to be doing some nunchuck combos. I'm going to show you my favourite combos to use when using the nunchucks, and how these are going to look when they're completely unarmed, when you're doing them with your hands and leggies, okay?
So the most important part of any exercise is probably the warm-up. If we're going to be working hard, we want to loosen up the joints that we're going to be working. So here I am just loosening up my shoulders, opening up my chest, loosening up my elbows, my wrists. I'm going to also be doing my legs, so I'm going to be throwing a few kicks later on in the video. And it's all just to make sure that these muscles are nice and loose. You've got to think of our muscles like rubber. Rubber is very flexible and stretchy when it's nice and warmed and heated up. But if you get it really cold and you try and put it under the same kind of stress, it can snap and it can tear. And the exact same thing happens with our muscles. So if we're going to be throwing combinations with rapid speed and also throwing kicks quite high, it's important that we warm up these joints in order to be able to move nice and fluid and loosely. The nunchucks are a good stretching tool. I like to use them to stretch my triceps and shoulders, and I do a nice mobility exercise where I wrap it around myself. This aids in the mobility with my wrists, elbows and shoulders. And here I am, I'm just doing some basic movements again to warm up all those same joints that are going to be used. If you'd like to see a more in-depth nunchuck workout, comment and I'll be sure to upload one.
Before I go any further, it's also really important just to remember when you're actually fighting with nunchucks. I do have sparring footage with nunchucks on my channel, so I know this from experience. Although in the movies we have all these cool poses like this, all these spins, they have their time and their place. But as a general rule, when you want to fight, both hands on the nunchucks, and you're holding it out like this. Think of it like old-timey bare knuckle boxing guard. If you hold the nunchucks like that, you've got your body and face nice and away. You're here and you can block quite easily, and then from there the strikes can come. And what I'm going to be aiming to do is always coming back to this hip and grabbing hold of it. Boom. Simple, yeah? Some strikes that's not going to be possible, yeah? But we're going to get into that. So the first combo, really nice and simple. Both hands on the nunchuck. It's just going to be a simple, you see it from directly, draw a cross in front of the frame. It's going to be going diagonally down, horizontally across, horizontally across. So down, out, in. And then it's back to my hip and I can grab it. Down, out, in. Catch. Down, out, in. Okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I can create that more of a whip by coming from the top. 1, 2, 3. That first shot. 1, 2, 3. There you go. But the other two are just simple strikes like so. When I am striking, what I want to make sure is I want to make sure I'm connected to the second chuck the entire time. So when I'm swinging it like this, there's never any dead space. It's always taut. That way, boom, when I make my strike, I know where it's going to land and I know where it's going to go after it's hit. And what we can do with this, after we've done our simple 1, 2, 3, is add a kick. Simple, yeah? When throwing high kicks, make sure you're on good ground. I'm throwing them on the trucks at the moment. It's just dicey, okay? I could slip over, make sure you've got good ground with EQ. But I just wanted to get this video filmed. So when I do this combination, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to throw a low kick instead now. Okay? And from that position, seeing how my hips are loaded, we take a look at it without weapons. From an unarmed perspective, it's just a real simple jab crosser. Throw it from southpaw, so it might look a little bit weird. Sweet.
So, like I mentioned, I'm going to link some sparring footage at the end of this video. And if you did enjoy what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And always let me know what you want to see.